Hello, I'm Billionaire FM and welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. If you are new, hopefully you'll subscribe. Check out my series, my current series with Manchester Central FC, Manchester's third and forgotten team. Now, this video, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, and you've probably got a rough idea of what it's going to be about. I did make a video a while back, you might have seen it. If not, it'll be in the same playlist as this video. It's called The Billionaire's Race to the Premier League. And I took 6 non-league teams that mean something to me for different reasons, give them all £1 billion and just holidayed till one of them got to the Premier League. It's quite interesting, a lot of fun to make, and it made me think about this. I was talking to someone else about football and talking about Eastern European football, how it's kind of forgotten about now. A lot of famous teams, some teams that won the Champions League and so on. These days you don't see these teams anymore in the last stages. It's all about, you know, the La Liga, Premier League, Bundesliga teams and so on. But there's some great clubs, and I just thought, let's just pretend, let's have a bit of fun. Let's just pretend 6 billionaires have got together and thought, right, we're going to buy a team each in a different country, an Eastern European powerhouse. It's going to be cheap to buy. We're pumping £1 billion. We're going to give them a brand new training ground, and that's it. That's all I've done. I'm going to see who can win the Champions League first. Not a race to the Champions League, it's who can win the Champions League first. And that is all I've done. I will show you these teams in a minute. I've just given them £1 billion. They've got a sugar daddy owner, and they've got great training facilities. I've not changed the country they're in. I've not changed the league they're in. I've not changed any of the teams around them. They're just a powerhouse, rich powerhouse in an Eastern European country who's hopefully got to improve enough to win the Champions League. It's took some holidaying. Have we done it? We'll find out. Let's get going. So here we are at the start of the game. Obviously it's with my updated database, and because I've made all these teams great, they are the 6 best teams reputation wise in Europe at the minute. This will change over the years, obviously, and these 6 teams I've picked from the 6 countries I've picked are just teams I like and I know of. There's loads of teams in Eastern Europe I could have picked. You might be a fan of one. If I didn't pick it, I'm sorry, but it's just a bit of fun. So who have I picked? Let's start at the bottom, and I think you pronounce it Legia Warsaw. I might have got that wrong. Famous Polish team. You can see they are rich. They're in the Champions League. Now, obviously, I've not changed the staff. The starting squad, nothing. I have given, because some of these clubs have got good stadiums, and some of them didn't have big stadiums, so I made sure they're all roughly around the 50, 60, 70,000 seat stadium, just so they've got a good stadium. Let's show you the facilities just to show you. So I have given them great facilities as well, because as the years go on, hopefully they'll get better regens from the facilities. I mean, each country itself has got its own youth rating, so that's going to hinder them slightly. It's all about the money they've got and if they can spend it wisely. One thing I have done with each team is, obviously they're in, say, the Polish league. It's not going to be able to compete with the Premier League and so on for money. So each team I have set in stone. Every team has got exactly the same. They've all got an individual TV deal, which is guaranteed to be renewed every year, which will give them £100 million a year. So, you know, even if they aren't stuck in Poland and the money starts running out, they are going to get £100 million every year, which they won't get any other way. And that can hopefully keep them up there. And even when the money starts drying up a bit, you might keep them challenging, but at least be able to buy a good player here and there. And keep them fighting, because I'm hoping over the years they're not going to fade away. I really want a Champions League winner. So they're the first team I've picked. Let's go back. The next team, Hungarian football used to be amazing. But can I say Hungarian team names? No, I can't say that. I can't say that name. I could have done the research. Someone out there will probably say, why make a video, Bood, if you don't know what you're talking about? Well, do you know what? I don't know what I'm talking about, so it is what it is. I'm going to call them Torna. Torna. There we go. Very famous Hungarian club. Won loads of trophies. Again, they're rich. Again, they've got amazing facilities. 62,000 seat stadium. But Hungarian football ain't the greatest, so I'll be interested to see how well these boys do. Next on the list is FCSB, or Star Bucharest, from Romania. Not as old as I thought they were. Only founded in 1947. Again, though, they are rich. Again, they've got a nice stadium, and all the original staff at the start of the game, all the original playing squad as well, Facilities wise, the same as everyone else, state of the art training facilities, so hopefully they can at least bring good players in with their facilities or train the players better, and if they do get a good youngster, be able to do something with them. Next on the list is Dinamo. Croatian, super famous Croatian team. Same as everyone else, rich, same staff, all the usual. Facilities are really very good. 55,000 seat stadium. On the list next is CSKA Sofia from Bulgaria. Great club. They're rich. Not in Europe at the minute though, but that should change over the years. Facilities, 58,000 seat stadium. All the usuals, great training and so on. Last but not least, I can't say that, but this is Red Star Belgrade. That's what we call them, or we used to call them. If you can pronounce that, you're a better man than me, or you're Serbian. So yeah, Red Star Belgrade, rich. Again, the usual. He's a bit of a legend, isn't he? I recognise him. Why do I recognise him from something? I don't know. Anyway, I deviate. But yeah, sorry, let's click back on him. Show you the facilities. Just to show you, look, state of the art, everything's great. Big stadium as well. So yeah, let's have a quick look actually through the history of each of these clubs, because some of them have already won great trophies. Start here with Red Star Belgrade. They won the Champions League. If we go on it and go to history, let's see where they are. I'm sure they'll be down here somewhere. They'll be down in the olden days. There they are, 1990, 1991, when I was 12. Just started high school. So yeah, they've already won one. Next up on the European winners list is Dinamo, GNK Dinamo, and that's Europa League. Is that the Europa? Would that be in the Cup Winners' Cup? I can't remember if the game's changed. Does it still register Cup Winners' Cups, or has it just switched Cup Winners' Cups victories to Europa League victories? But they did win the Europa League. Let's have a look when. And here they are, all the way down here. They won it in 1966. Blimey, beating Leeds in the final. I've just instantly fell in love with Dinamo even more. Next up is everyone's favourite unpronounceable Hungarian team, Ferencvárosi Torna Club. Give me grief, I can take it. They've got Europa League as well. Let's see when they won that. And if you had an eagle eye anyway last time and you saw Dynamo's victory, you'll have saw that they won theirs in 1964. So you know what I mean, look at Eastern Europeans were loving it in the 60s, weren't they? Yeah, 2 years before Dynamo. Last up, out of the winners in Europe anyway, is Star Belgrade, who won a Champions League, which is pretty sweet. The two other clubs I haven't shown you, I've never won anything in Europe. So yeah, this is what it's all about. I'm gonna keep holidaying into the future, and they might win other trophies. They're gonna win their own titles. They might even win Europa Leagues. But I'm gonna keep doing it until somebody wins the Champions League. If it goes on forever, I've got a cut-off point in mind. Probably 20 years maybe or something. So we'll wait and see. Fingers crossed someone can do it. So if you are watching this now, if you're having fun and you're going to watch it and you want to know what happens, have a bit of fun, right? Have a bet with yourself. Put down in the comments before you watch the rest of it and just tell me who do you think's got the best chance. Think about the club they are and the league they're in. Who's got the best chance? They've all got the same money, same kind of stadium, same facilities, but they're all in different countries with different pulling powers, different competitive leagues. Who do you really believe could win a Champions League trophy? Or is none of them going to do it? Let me know down below. Now, next time I see you, which hopefully we'll have a winner. So here we are, we've come back, and it's the 14th of August 2030. And the reason why I'm back now recording is because I finally got a winner. We finally have a winner. And I was this close 5 years ago. And I've had to do another 5 years. I've got a list here on the famous Bood pad of all the different teams, all the different trophies they've won. And I'm going to show you everything one by one. But we're going to start off with the bottom team, who have won the least. Also, you'll see behind me as well, this is the European rankings these days. Obviously at the start, the top 6 teams in Europe were the 6 teams we'd boosted. Some of them are still about. As you can see down here, you might not be able to see this because of my head, but Red Star Belgrade in a lowly 27th place. So we're going to go through each team and find out who won. It's been interesting, and this little database has evolved into a pretty special thing really. It's something I really want to have a go of. And I will say this now, I'll put both save files down below. I'll put it at the very beginning, so you might want to take one of these clubs on and challenge yourself from 2017. And I will also put on the save file from now, so you can have a look around this world yourself if you want. But let's start going through with team number 6. Here we are with team number 6, and as you guessed, it is Red Star Belgrade, the 27th in Europe, which is probably still better than they ever would have got. They've got Paulo Fonseca as the manager, who's very good, by the way. Look at him, turned to a very good manager, 57 years old. Now we'll go on to the overview. Now that Champions League is obviously the one they won years ago. Now what they have won in the 13 seasons that I've had to holiday, they won 11 league titles out of 13. They won 5 domestic cups. Now the different countries have got league cups as well, I've ignored that. We're just looking at league titles, FA Cups, Europa Leagues, Champions Leagues and Super Cups. So they've won 11 league titles, they won 5 FA Cups, call it. They came runner-up in the Europa League. Gutted for them. They never made it to the Champions League, and that's it. They've slowly dripped down the rankings, so they've had the worst of it, I'll be honest with you. Let's have a look at the manager history. I mean, they've got a good manager now. They've had Ronald Koeman, so look at that. Ronald Koeman was in the job for 9 years. That's pretty cool. Won them 9 league titles and 4 cups. That's pretty good. What's he doing these days? Right. That's pretty cool. So it shows, you know, the pulling power and the money obviously did them well. I mean, we could go on through all the transfers, but there's millions of them. Let's look at the first few seasons when they had all that money initially, and they spent 124 million. You might be able to see some of these guys. I won't say any of them are world beaters. The next year they spent 167 million. Bought some decent players actually. Let me have a quick look. The year after, 61, 100 million, 127 million, 96 million, 134 million. So they've had that spending power. Wow, 261 million. Wow, and that's the thing, that we could keep on going through all these. You're going to start getting into the region territory. If we have a quick look on overview and general though, let's have a look at any legends. Can you see anyone? Anyone? You can have a quick look, maybe pause it yourself. But yeah, they've come 6th. They've not, I mean, they got to a Europa League final. They've probably done the worst in league titles as well. So I mean, I've had the league running. Each league runs. Let's show you just to prove it. This team's done well recently in the last few years. I can't pronounce them either. So yeah, there we go. Red Star Belgrade. They came 6th. 5th in the race was Star Bucharest, FCSB. Now at the minute they've got Romeo Jozak, a Croatian, as the manager. He's okay. He's alright. Let's have a look at their overview. Now, they actually did do alright. The last year has probably been the best year actually, because there's so many teams still in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And Star Bucharest have just won the Europa League. So obviously that Champions League's the old one they had. But they've just won the Europa League and just played in the Super Cup, which I'll show you later. Which, well actually I can't show you later, because they obviously, oh they might have, actually, I won't spoil that for you. Yeah, the Europa League, they've just won it. And they won 13 league titles, they won 4 FA Cups, and fair play, they've not done too bad. They've just lost the Super Cup though, to the winners, but obviously I won't show you that, I won't spoil that for you. So, they've done well. I mean, they've won the league every freaking year. Let's have a look at their overview. Actually, look on the general page. Have they got any? Higuain's a legend, so they bought him. That's pretty cool. That's alright, isn't it? Any other big names shouting out to us? Timo Werner. That's cool. Let's have a look at the manager history. Wow. So they had their original manager. Wow, he stayed on. I like that. He was there. He won 11 league titles, 11 cups. And then where is he now? Did I say? Is that Atletico Madrid manager? So fair play to the Romanian. But Romeo has come in. He's won 2 league titles, 5 cups, and he's won the Europa League, which is pretty sweet to be fair. In 4th place is GNK Dinamo, and the Croatian team, who have this fella as their manager, Mario. Alright, Mario, 55-year-old. They've not done too bad. Let's have a look at their overview. Now they won all the league titles. They won 13 league titles. They won 6 FA Cups. They never got to the Champions League final, but they did get to Europa League final and lose it. That one they've got there, obviously, the older one. So they've not done too bad, I'll be honest. I thought they were one of the ones. They're one of the teams. This is one of the teams I thought I'd do better. Managers, they've had the same manager all the way through it. He's never left. 13 league wins, 13 cups wins. He's got to Europa League final. Fair play to the lad. 16 years in the job. He's a bloody legend. Let's have a look at the main page. Yeah, there he is, isn't he? Legend. As for players, just having a quick scan. You can do it yourself as well. Luka Modric. He's got to be from when he was younger. So no massive. Really? Christian Pulisic. Wow. One of the wonder kids on the game has just spent the last 4 years at Dinamo. Went there for £74 million. So they've done alright. Fair play to them. They've not done great, have they? Again, we could look for all their transfers, but that's why I'm putting the save file out there. If you're really interested in those fine details, just download that save file, stick it on your game, and have a good nosy through it. Third is my favourite team, the team I can't pronounce. Ferencvárosi Torna Club. Yeah, not a clue. They did okay. They've not done too bad, to be fair. And this is the team that nearly made this whole thing 5 years shorter. 5 years ago, in 2025, they got to the Champions League final and lost it. But they've not done that bad. They've done really well. Let's have a look at their overview. They've won a Europa League, remember, in the 60s. They also won it again a few years ago. So yeah, they've at least won Europa League. They won the league title every season since it started. They won 13 league titles. They've won 7 of their FA Cups. And obviously, yeah, so they won the Europa League. They got to Europa League, the Champions League final, and then they lost the Super Cup, which is disappointing. But fair play to them, man. I thought this was going to be the worst team, and they're possibly one of the best. They nearly were the best. They nearly won. It's just because Hungarian football, it's not what it is. And they've had the same manager. Look at the trophies he's won. Thomas Dolle, he's been there forever, 16 years. Let's go on the general page, and yeah, you expect it, don't you? Have they got any big name players? I won't say they have. Oh, Isco. Finished his career. No, yeah, he played there. You might not be able to see this because of my head. He played there from 2019 to 2026. Ended up going to Roma as well. So, you know, he had some good years there, didn't he? Look, you can see that. Look at that. Left Real Madrid for 66 million. Bossed it in the Hungarian league. Went to Roma. Wow, fair play. I like that a lot. So yeah, they've come third. We've got 2 more teams to go. Who is it? Because as soon as I show the next one, you know who's won, don't you? And they're a great team, but I didn't have these down as winning. So here we are with the runner-up, and it's CSKA Sofia, the Bulgarian team. Brilliant club, still rich, massively successful. They've been brilliant. Let's have a look at their overview of trophies. Yeah, so they won the league again every year. Every team's done it apart from Red Star Belgrade. They've won 13 league titles. They've won 4 FA Cups, which ain't great, but they did win the Europa League, which is good because they didn't have anything. And then they went on and actually won the Super Cup when they were in it, beating the Champions League winner that year. So that's brilliant. That's what's helped them get into second place. Let's look on the general. Some great names. He was a beast. If you don't know who he is, Stoichkov. If you're too young to know who he is, check him out. Freaking awesome player. Any major names here? Alban Lafont. That's that great. He's a great young keeper at the start of the game. He's now in Moscow, but wow. Bertrand Traore. Steve Fisher. I thought he was someone else. He's a regen. And a very good regen who's now playing for the Hungarian team. Wow. So yeah, no major names. Again, like I said, download it. Have a good look yourself. Look for all the transfers. If you're really into them little fine details, feel free to do it. Here they are. You've probably guessed it because they've been sat right at the top of that ranking list all the way through the episode. But it's Legia Warsaw. Legia Warsaw, you know who they are. Polish legends who've got an absolute legend as a manager. And they've bossed this. They've been fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Now, look at the manager. World class. Diego freaking Simeone. Beast. Look at this. He's a beast. He's absolutely brilliant. I did a best manager test. I put 6 of the best managers in the world at Everton to see if anyone could be successful. He won it. He's now the manager of these boys. And I don't know if he's done all the glory. We'll find out. But they've definitely done great. Let's have a look at their overview. Look at that. 13 league titles. 9 FA Cups, the most of any of the teams. They've won the Europa League twice. And you've got to remember, this is the team that had no European victories. In the olden days, they had nothing. They've won the Europa League twice. Right? They've just won the Champions League. And they've won the European Super Cup twice. They've just won it by beating Star Belgrade. They've lost one and won one in the past as well. Absolutely bossed it. I mean, I thought they'd do well. But they've been crazy good. Let's have a look at the manager history. Right, there you go. So, yep, they kept the original manager for a long time. He won Europa Leagues and so on. And then Diego Simeone's come in the last 2 years and just took it on again. He won a couple of leagues, won 7 cups, won the Champions League. Wow, fair play to him. Absolutely fair play. Let's have a look at the general page. Can we see any? I know him. Any big names like Ronaldo or something? No, I recognise him. He's decent. Right, now obviously I've not gone through everyone. Let's have a quick look at the champions squad, just because they're the champions. They've won the race, and a lot of these are probably going to be regens. Their best player is this chap, Fabio Carminati. He's all right, all round very good. Because that's what I wanted to know, because I've not upgraded any youth ratings. Each of these teams is just one team in a nation. All the other clubs are going to be who they are. The league's not massive, not got big TV money or whatever, apart from their individual TV deal that's just kept them in the loop kind of thing. So obviously having better facilities, I was hoping they'd make better players, and they have. I don't think you'd ever see many Hungarians looking like that, even though this is Poland. Do you know what I mean? Another Hungarian here as well. It's Hungary producing some talent. Look at that. Right, but we're in Poland here. Any good Poles? Who's the best Pole? This fella. Where is he? Decent. I like it. This might be a lot of fun. Hopefully you will have a go at this save. And if you ever do, just let me know how it goes. So yeah, they've got a great squad, great players. And if that's their team, imagine how many the other teams are really good as well. I've had a lot of fun with this, a lot of fun. Let's have a look at a few other things before I finish. One of the things I want to look at is just the player list of all the best players in the world. And look, it's the usual teams with all the best players. PSG are the team that leaves you just beating the final of the Champions League. So they're still quality, because look, they've got some of the best players in the world. And I can't see anyone, look, on this first main page, there isn't anyone from them teams. So, I mean, all the big players are still at these so-called big teams. So they've all done fantastic to pick up. Right? Between them, we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Europa Leagues between the 6 clubs over a 13-year period. And we've got 1 Champions League victory and 1 Champions League runner-up. So I think they've done fantastic, and they're up there still, but they've not taken over the big teams. They've still got great players. It's a lot of fun, and I'm really proud of the Poles for winning the Champions League. Right, and the last thing I want to look at is just the world rankings for the nations. Like I said, having this one good team with great facilities in each league, have they helped their nation by creating players? We've already seen that the Polish team's got 2 world-class Hungarians, and I think it probably has. You've got Croatia in 4th, Serbia in 5th, Poland are there, Hungary are 12th, and whenever would you see Hungary in 12th? That's quite good, isn't it? Romania as well, Bulgaria, they're all up here. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are up there, but not in the top 10. I mean, what have we got here? 1, 2, 3 of the countries in the top 10, so it's definitely helped them as well, having that great team. Oh, this has been a fun experiment. So there we go, that's the end of it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button. Again, don't forget to check out the series. So yeah, congratulations to the Poles, Legia Warsaw. They're the winners. If you guessed that right, well done. And again, I've just wanted to have the race, see who won it, show you the basics. If you're really into the finer details, you will find it down below. Find the save file, have a nosy, have a play. Take one of these teams on. Can you do better? Could you carry on one of these teams now and have a bit of fun with them? That'd be interesting. The database itself, the save file, all 6 leagues are running. None of the other leagues are running, just them 6. So yeah, hope you have fun with it. And thanks for joining me again. Smash that like button if you did enjoy it, it really helps. If you are new, feel free to subscribe. Go and check out all my other videos. Yeah, I've been Bood, you've been great. Hopefully I'll see you again. Bye bye.